Hi, my name is Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds, and I have a diamond in the rough for you guys to meet. His name is Ryan Dolce. He is a defensive back out of Tusculum. Nice to meet you, buddy.
Yes, sir. Nice to meet you too. Thank you for
So,
having me.
yeah, man, got to get these interviews back going and give guys like you a chance to share your story. Um, very successful in your conference there for Tusculum. But
Yep.
kind of want to rewind a little bit, man. Tell us where it all started and where you're from, and we'll start walking through the rest of this thing.
All right. It all started out. I was born and raised in New Jersey. I played Pop Warner football when I was young, but I kind of shied away from it. Entering high school, I was a basketball player, so I know there's a lot of similar players with this kind of story. I played football my senior year. Um, it wasn't expected that I would fall in love with the game or still be pursuing this sport now and just becoming a professional, but like it's something that grew on me. So I was playing basketball 4 years in my senior year. It was kind of like I was in the hallway. I had friends on a football team. They would always joke around with me and say, like, yeah, y'all basketball players is soft. Like, I'm like, bro, go ahead. I just came on the team and that's where it all started. I was an all county player for Union High School. We had a good season. I played with a couple of great players. I played with Mike Tverdoff from Rutgers. I was coached under Coach Grasso. So it was fun.
Cool. Again, just to recap, once again, New Jersey guy, Union High School, and pretty solid athlete there. You'd mentioned some basketball.
Yeah,
How'd the recruiting process work out, man? I mean, I actually, introduced you as a defensive back from Tusculum, but
yeah,
that's not where it started. Uh,
yeah,
take us through this journey a bit more.
yeah. Okay. After my senior year, it was my first year playing football, so I was unaware. I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I just decided to go to college and just become a student. Not knowing enough of what football is about, my clock had started running. So I started losing eligibility and I was just fishing to find a school that would give me an opportunity to play football. I took about 3 years off, 2017, and I finally got that opportunity by Coach Pence and Coach Scott at the University of New Haven. Um, I was a walk on over there. I played corner. I met them through a mutual friend, and they said that they needed a corner or any defensive back. You're able to just earn a spot if you walk on, and that was the first opportunity that I had to play football. It was a good division. I knew New Haven was a good team. They know how to win, great players. So I went over there and I just built the foundation from over there. We won a championship my first year playing college football. I was an all conference corner and I never played corner a day in my life. So it was a transition, but it's something that I'm grateful and I'm thankful for. And it just helped me to get to where I'm at now. After the University of New Haven, I just decided to transfer. I wanted a safety position, more of a nickel. I wanted to show my versatility, not only that I could be a man to man corner, but I also wanted to just go to a defense where I learned more since I was like inexperienced with playing college football, football in general. I wanted to learn different coverages and, different schemes, do different things. And I was coached really well by Jerry Odom and Malik Goodman. So Tusculum, that was a great experience as well. Just going to Tennessee from New Jersey, a long way from home, and just adjusting to down south football, which is great football in the SAC conference. Got great players like D. Alford, someone on the Patriots now. I can't remember his name. I believe he went to Lenore Ryan, but some great players from that conference. So
He has his safety that they got over there, I believe.
yeah,
Well, cool, Ryan. You talked to me about, again, uh, playing the defensive side for a little bit. I mean, were you more of an offensive player in high school?
no, I was never an offensive player. I wish I would have started when I was younger, but I always had a defensive mindset. Yeah, I guess I translated well from playing basketball. I was used to playing 94 feet. I was that type of energy guy, going dive on the floor, guard the best defender. So it translated over to football relatively easy.
Okay, well, cool. Um, playing in the defensive back field there, uh, corner, safety, a little bit of everything there. You had answered a lot of the questions that I was going to have for you. Again, you played a little here and there, and then of course, went from New Haven to Tusculum. Um, talk about the different defenses that you've been a part of. Like, what would you say is like the major difference between you at New Haven and then Tusculum? Like, was there a bit of a change or what?
Um, Looking back at it now that I'm older, I see both of my D coordinators, they had different schemes of how they like things done. So they were both complex, but I'd say for New Haven, I was used to just playing cover three. So I was either press or I was press bail playing over the top while you'll have a safety that's rolling over to the flats and in a curl flat zone. But at Tusculum, I did many other things. I was man to man. I was playing deep half, might have been the pipe player. So it was a little mixture of everything, quarter, half, a little bit cover two that looks like cover three. So, and then I was blitzing as well. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, definitely using you in a lot of different facets there. Obviously, I'm talking to you through the platform of you trying to get to the next level. As a prospect, what do you feel is like the best thing you got going for you, man? I mean, what do you think is maybe one of your best attributes?
Going through this process, I've learned from what you mentioned, the FCS bowl game, the Tropical Bowl game, from my coaches, from my experience, from being a walk on. I think the best ability that I have is my mental toughness, that not everything is going to go your way, but you got to put your head down and work and continue to be positive, optimistic. Just know who your support system is and, to just keep going and showcase yourself. But in this game of football, I would say, you will have to have mental toughness. And I believe that's what I have. Not only physical toughness, but mental is a big part of the game.
I mean, mental toughness definitely different. Obviously there's the aptitude for the game for sure, but I mean you have to be able to just kind of continue to do what you know what to do
Yeah.
when the time is there, man. Like when it's
Yeah.
the fourth quarter, when they're trusting you to do the things that you've been taught to do since day one. I mean, and being disciplined, with your eyes, with your feet, and things of
Yeah.
that nature. You don't want to get sloppy, man,
Definitely.
because all that stuff, it comes out like
Yeah.
if you don't have that mental toughness. Um, cool. Uh, you had mentioned there that you all had also participated in the FCS and Tropical Bowl. I do want to get to your experiences there, here in a little bit, but
Mm.
also just kind of wanted to reflect first on you and your experience in college. So, I mean, obviously, you played for two different institutions,
Yeah.
and what give me like an idea of like your best memory at both institutions, if you don't mind.
At the University of New Haven, my best memory, I would say, is catching my first interception, college interception, and I actually scored a touchdown. So that was a great memory. And then just winning the championship with my brothers going to playoffs. Just my first year as a walk on, not playing corner. It was nothing that I could ask for anymore that could happen to me. So that was a great
So,
experience. Yeah.
walk me through that interception, man. Do you remember a lot from that interception,
Oh
or,
yeah.
or
Yeah.
what?
Oh, for sure. It was against St. Anselm. We were in cover two. I seen the number one receiver kind of just do a whole shot route. Number two kind of probably did a quick out. I kind of stepped out and then I quickly got back into my zone in the flat and just jumped. I caught a pick. I turned around and we had a really good team that year. So the defense, we all knew to block. Like we're trying to score every time we get an interception. So I had great blockers. I just took it down the sideline. I had one of my safeties, Devontae Miles. He done put out a guy. He done cracked his rib. So I had a whole caravan right to the end zone, but it was a great return, and that was just a great experience because of the atmosphere at the University of New Haven with the fans, and they got one of the best atmospheres in Connecticut for sure.
Cool. And then again with Tusculum, you were an all-conference athlete there as well. Is there a game or something that you can highlight from your time there?
Yeah, I'll say I want to highlight two games. I had a really good game against Erskine. I caught two interceptions. Could have possibly caught more that game. It would have been really record breaking, but that was my first game that my parents came from New Jersey and my whole family. So that was a good feeling. And then I would say this year, Mars Hill, the game to go to the championship game. We went into double OT. So that was a team win. I got my first sack, clean sack on a quarterback that game. It was very intense. Yeah, and I forced a fumble as well that game that led to a touchdown. So, like I said, it was a double OT game. It was just a crazy win to go to the championship. The guys at Tusculum worked very hard, and we worked hard to get there. We came a little short in the championship, but that school and that program is in the right path.
Well, cool. I kind of like you talking about, some of these big time plays that you've been able to make. I mean, whether it be a pick six, or a sack. I mean, it's kind of nice, man. How do you feel like you're going to translate to the next level? I mean, you think you're going to be, an outside guy and a nickel guy? I mean, how's it going to work for you, man?
Yeah, it just depends on my playing weight and what team that I decide or whoever takes interest in me, just fitting into the scheme. I think that's the most important part that I learned from my coach. You want to go into a team where you fit the description, fit what type of guy they're looking for, and how you would fit in their defense. But I see myself as more of a inside nickel kind of guy that can play man to man, that can blitz, but also I can play any position, rover, corner. So whatever the team needs, I'm there.
Cool. Well, Ryan, I mean, you've done well for yourself over the past really month or so, man, because I mean, after your time there at Tusculum, you had the opportunity to participate in a couple of all-star events, man. You go from the FCS Bowl and then eventually find yourself in the Tropical Bowl. So, talk me through that a little bit for some of the people that maybe aren't familiar with that whole system and
Yeah.
that sort of thing. I mean, walk me through your overall experience if you don't mind.
I had a great experience at the FCS bowl game. I didn't attend the Tropical Bowl game. I want to make that clear. I got invited, but I didn't attend. But I attended the FCS bowl game, and it was just a great experience to see other teams, other players on a national level, just meet a whole bunch of good guys that has the same goal as you. We're all trying to figure it out because this isn't an easy process, whether if you don't have pro days, agents. So it's more than football. And along the way you meet really like great guys that you'll have for a lifetime, that you communicate with. But it was a great experience as far as one-on-ones, learning what they were looking for, having to adjust on a fly within a 2 to 3 day short time period and playing ball. So,
So with the FCS Bowl, how did all that work, man? I mean, who are some of the guys that you matched up with?
as far as on defense,
Yeah, man.
like I went against, I can't really tell you. I can't really remember a lot of names right now off the top of my head. It's so much going on, and as an athlete, you try to not watch too much or be on social media as much. But it was a good player from LIU, Brooklyn, I believe. I can't remember his name right now, but Dev Holmes, I used to play with him at the University of New Haven, so it was a good matchup with him going against him in practice because we already had so many battles in the year of 2021. So to see him still on the same path that I'm at, it was a good experience. He's a great player.
Kind of nice to meet up with him again there for sure. So, um, did you you know, i- meet with any like NFL teams or how'd that work, man? Get any interviews at all during that process or how did that work?
Yeah, during that process, I got a couple scouts, but I didn't have any interviews. I've been getting scouted since college football by a couple of NFL scouts, but it hasn't been a huge buzz. But I know that's okay because I'm still going right now and I have a lot to prove during this pro day, during these workouts and everything else. So we're focused on the main thing right now.
Gotcha. And obviously, we're doing interviews like this so that people can get a chance to know you. So,
Yeah.
Ryan, obviously, you finished up there. So what are you doing now? I guess is the question. So, what are
Yeah.
you doing now in order to prepare yourself moving forward? So, enlighten us.
Yeah, right now I'm just preparing for pro days, just getting things together, taking care of my body, working out 4 times a week, eating right, trying to lose weight as well, a little bit of everything, proper rest. So that's the main thing I'm doing right now until the end of this process, really.
So, you said you're trying to lose weight. I
Oh yeah,
mean, do you mind if I ask like where you're at these days, man? I mean, how's that?
yeah.
What's
Sometimes
your
I
current height
fluctuate.
weight?
My current height and weight 5'11", I'm probably about 203, 200 right now on the lighter side. So I'm trying to run at 195 to, run my fastest 40 time and show these scouts that we can run because, my position, I play nickel, and in my defense, I've been playing against fast slots for the past 2 years. So still got to
Yeah,
put it on.
and bro, that they're not going to get any slower at the next
Yeah.
level.
Oh
So
yeah,
you
I'm
you
known.
definitely got to be able to
Sure.
match up with them and with your speed. So um, let's talk a little bit about some of these guys at the next level. As a fan of the game, man, who are you a big fan of, man? I mean, how are you? Who are you studying and all that?
Oh, for sure. I'm a big fan of Jalen Ramsey. Can't lie. I just like how Jalen Ramsey, Chauncey Gardner, D. Alford, Arthur Millette, those type of guys, people who have that dog and that hunger in them, even though they're like on the top of the world, they got that confidence. They're gonna talk about their game and back it up. But then D. Alford, Arthur Millette, those are like guys that like are underdogs, went undrafted, and still finding themselves. They're making plays in the league, but I know it's more to come for them. So like guys like that.
And who is that one guy in the NFL that I don't know, you'd like to get another like pick six from? Like, who's that one quarterback that you'd love to, be able to get one on?
That's a good question. I never thought about that, but I would
Hey
say,
man, we got a dream, so
hey,
let's
yeah,
let's,
yeah,
let's
yeah.
run with it.
Dream big for sure. If we're gonna say that, I'm a fan of Lamar Jackson. I wanted them in the Super Bowl, but I see that Patrick Mahomes right now is still at the top. So I think, and in this era, it would be Patrick Mahomes for sure because like back then everybody wanted to pick Tom Brady off. So I think the next great quarterback right now is Patrick Mahomes. So that would be a good feeling. But just getting an interception from any quarterback in the NFL, it's like a lot of people don't make it past college and to the pro level. So like any NFL quarterback would just be, a good feeling and blessing.
Well, hey man, hopefully you'll get that opportunity here, soon. So
Yes.
we'll see how that works for you. But Ryan, want to also get a chance to meet you outside of this game. So, is there anything else about you that you feel people need to know? Interests, hobbies, other special talents. I
Yeah.
mean, anything else that you want to share?
I'm not a very like open person, but since we're, talking about it, I guess if you for people who don't know me, one of my goals in life is to impact the youth, try to give back and help. And I think that's something that's a passion for me just because of my journey and where I come from. So just impacting the youth. I have a master's degree now from Tusculum University in business. So I'm into entrepreneurship. I'm into a lot of things. I'm into music. On my free time, I just like to really just chill, or like go bowling with my friends. I like to eat, and now that I'm trying to eat right, I'm starting to cook. So like I'm starting to find kind of peace in cooking, and I might get into that like when I have some more free time. But I'm just a very simple person, so those are a couple of my
I
passions.
gotcha. Well, Ryan, I don't mean to tempt you, but I also want to hear from you for a guy who's from Jersey. Uh, Give me that one. hot spot, maybe restaurant or something that you would definitely approve of or give a recommendation to, like if I were to go up and visit there?
Um, Man, I ain't gonna lie. I haven't been in New Jersey in so long on this process, so it's not a lot of hot restaurants, and I probably have not even seen every restaurant there is, but I say a couple food trucks or a Jamaican food spot. But before I say that, um, if you find a good Haitian spot, Haitian food, I would say to go over there. That's my ethnicity. I'm Haitian, and my parents were born and raised in Haiti. They came over here when they were 18, so I would say try some foods like that.
Interesting. So, Haitian guy. There's a few Haitians that do make it into the league.
Yes,
Let's
it is.
be real. So,
Yeah,
maybe you're the next guy. It's
definitely.
kind of nice to know a little bit about you and your heritage there.
Yeah.
Um, Let me throw a couple other quick questions at you just for fun. Uh, Favorite football movie?
Favorite football movie? Ooh, I think it's Gridiron Gang.
Gridiron Gang. That's
Yeah,
definitely a good one there with the Rock. So
yeah,
definitely
yeah.
like that one for sure. So yeah, although there's a lot of them, man.
There was a lot, but that's the first one that popped up on my mind. I remember Willie, the character with the braids and his upbringing. I think that's my favorite movie.
It definitely something to connect with for a lot of people. So
Yeah.
um, trying to see if I could pull out another little nugget of information from you just for fun. So um, let's see here. Um, You said that you're a competitive guy. You like to go bowling.
Yeah.
What's your personal best, man? What do we got to expect from you on the lanes, man?
I ain't, you can't. It's on a good day. It's up in the air. It's up in the air. But I am competitive. I just started bowling like 2 years ago, so but I still like I shock my friends when we go and everything like that. So I'm not gonna say I'm the best bowler, but that's something I like to do on my downtime.
Okay. Anything else about you that you want to share? I mean, I know our time is about up, but I mean, any other interests, hobbies? You have any special talents or anything that no one knows about?
Uh, nah, only my close friends know. I guess I like music on the side, but other than that, I'm just
Like
on
when
my
you say music on the side, what does
yeah
that mean? Does that mean that you listen or you try to
yeah
make it or what does that mean?
a little bit of both, a little bit of both.
Okay, so what's your major influence, man? I mean, who you like, you know, who you like the most, I guess.
That I'm listening to. I like a lot of gospel music, Christian music. My favorite artist is right now is Friday because just a great vocalist and melody, um, vocalist and Huncho from Atlanta. So like those are my top two.
Well, nice, man. I definitely, appreciate you sharing a little bit about you and your journey, your story, and obviously, Ryan, you're trying to get to the next level here very soon, and I know right now you're preparing for that pro day, and hopefully all goes well there. So,
Thank
want you to, kind of finish us out, man. Tell us why a team needs to take a chance on you. Give them your pitch, man. Tell them, what you would bring to the table. So go for it.
Yeah. I'll just say for one, it's a blessing to play this game at any level, and you should take it as far as you should go. But for a team, because we're all replaceable. Like so, team. I'm not gonna say that what they need, but what they're gonna get out of me is a guy that's gonna come in and play every day. A guy that can do multiple things, and just a guy who has that competitive nature, that dog in him. Coming from New Jersey, it's a lot of players that we feel like we don't get the best opportunity. So, and we're just different. If you notice the players in the league right now that come from New Jersey, that's still putting on, they're doing really well. But I would say just if you need a player like me that's going to guard the best receiver on the field, like okay, if a receiver is going off, I'm usually that guy that Ryan, stay on him, follow him all game, like that's the type of person I am. So, and then it might be one game that I might just go off and get two, three of them, sack a quarterback, but you're going to always expect for me to just come to work every day. And I think I'm going to exceed expectations and, sky's the limit right now. So I'm just keeping faith in God and just, staying true to the process.
Yeah, I mean, a very interesting prospect for sure. I mean, a guy who has seen success and also brings some versatility, man. I mean, and so one of the biggest things that you can bring to the table is versatility and accessibility. I mean,
Yeah,
if I could find a guy that I can plug and play in a lot of different spots, I mean, hell, that's a good thing.
yeah.
So, but Ryan, I want to wish you very best of luck in this process. All right.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you for having me again.
No problem. Once again, Ryan Dolce, defensive back, Tusculum. Check this guy out.